encounters with unknown
Okay,
objects.
I'm back.
He also has doubts
And
that the
I
report
think I got
reveals
shit
what
working.
really happened. The NTSB blames spatial
I
disorientation,
got my villagers in there.
typically caused when a pilot is sick or
And
intoxicated.
as you can see, there's an iron golem burning up
But
right
Haynes
now.
has obtained a copy of
Even with the
Preziosi's
iron golem
toxicology
down
report.
here. So it's not
They
affecting
tested
what's
for
going
such
on
things
up
as
there.
Alcohol, amphetamines, opiates, marijuana, barbiturates,
And I think
and
that's what
quite
it
a number of
was. That
others, and they
one
didn't find anything. No trace of
NPC
them
was
in
fucked
the
up.
pilot's tissue.
And
This
it was
pilot
causing
was not
the whole
incapacitated
issue.
by alcohol or
And
legal
I
or
redesigned
illegal
where the
drugs.
boxes are coming down for right now.
Butch Wilson is a former
But
NTSB
I
senior
should be
investigator
seeing another
with
one.
25 years
Which I can't see
experience.
over here.
In 2002, he leads
There
the
he comes.
investigation into
See?
the crash.
I'm loving
He's
it.
also convinced the final
I'm fucking
report
loving
is
it.
wrong.
It's working.
This is the first time he's spoken
But I want to
publicly
make it more
about the
compact
incident.
looking. So, and I made my water
This is where
tunnel
Tom's aircraft
in
crashed.
case I have to bring up any
That
more
was the main
villagers
wreckage.
this next
The
time.
wreckage
Hopefully it'll
in
be
this
easier.
area were scattered out about 200 feet.
The
But
NTSB report states the flight entered an uncontrolled
I could
descent
have
and
went up
crashed
in there and
into the
changed the downspout
swamp. But
for
several
the
clues at the crash site indicate that's not what happened. The plane
hopper,
is shattered into
but
hundreds
I didn't want
of
to go through that
fragments.
trouble, so I kind of just ran it over here to there.
If the aircraft had crashed
Both of them.
due to a loss of control directly into the water, you'd expect to find
But
a relatively intact aircraft.
I'm happy. It's
And that's
fucking
not what we
working.
found.
But what I had to do, like
Butch
I
discovers
said,
the wreckage isn't buried deep
I think
in
I
the mud.
recorded it.
It's found on the surface.
I had to bring
and
them
he's
from up
surprised to
down
find
there.
The engine block is split in two.
Up there, in here,
And a water impact.
and
is
all I've been
expected by
doing
the
is
engine
keeping their
impact.
tummies
It
full.
would not be split in half.
And they've been
The propeller would have been
multiplying.
intact. It would have remained attached to the hub.
So this is gonna be
It
my
was not. It was
nursery.
broken and separated.
This is where I got,
And Preziosi's body is discovered not in the cockpit, but more than half a
you know,
mile
mobs
from the
spawning
crash
down
site.
there, coming up
That
here.
indicates to me an
And I've been trying to keep a mob in here, but the
He's very
damn
heavy, and he ended up furthest away.
iron golem
For the
keeps killing
investigation
them.
team, there's only one conclusion.
Even
Preziosi's
with the
plane
glass
is
that
destroyed
thick,
in the air
so, I mean-
before it hits the ground.
Something hit that airplane
Pissing
and
me
brought
off.
it down. It did not crash into
But
the
anyhow,
water and break up as a result.
Keeping
of
their
the
bellies full, and they're
This broke up
spawning.
in flight.
So,
Fell.
how many I got now?
The
So I
evidence
took
contradicts the
3 out
NTSB's conclusion.
just a while ago.
So if Butch is right,
There you
what
go.
crashes into
2,
Preziosi's plane?
6, let's see, 7. I think I count 7.
To find out, Richard Haynes
now.
wants to review all the evidence.
Remember, all I had was,
He begins by examining the original
4,
cockpit
and that
voice
was it.
recording.
and now I got 3 up there already in the guardhouse.
Ship 282 traffic at 12 units mile southbound heavy DC 10 4000. Ship 2 is looking up IFC. Roger.
So,
The air traffic
coming
controller
together.
now is saying that there's a heavy, meaning a
I just wanted to
DC-10,
show that off.
anything over 300,000 pounds.
so to speak,
That is 7
because I have
miles
been
ahead
dying
of
to
him,
get it
but there's
done.
nothing to really be concerned about.
Get it done and get it working.
The conditions are IMC, and what that stands
And it's
for
working.
is
And it looks like I don't have to bring back the wall,
Instrumental
the
Reduced
floor
visibility.
Could weather
anymore because
conditions cause
he's
the
falling
crash?
right into the
Haynes
lava.
doesn't think so.
That one
Any
spawned
pilot
when I
that
didn't
is
have the.
instrument-rated is trained to deal
I
with
had all
sort
that
of
dirt up
situation.
there.
It's not unusual at all.
I had to take the
Ship
dirt
282
down.
is still IMC, but that
But yeah,
DC-10 is 1 o'clock.
I ain't
2
gonna be able to
miles
run a
southbound,
train track
4000.
up
Now we
there
have the air traffic
because
controller
they'll
telling
spawn on it.
the pilot
So that's why the water
that DC-10 is
delivery
only
system
2
is there.
miles ahead of him, and his job is to keep those airplanes apart.
Roger, I got above me right now.
But
The
hell,
pilot has told the
frickin'
tower
yeah.
he's broken out of the clouds and he can
I'm
see
so happy.
this DC-10 flying above him. What we're going to hear next is the final transmission between the pilot and the ground.
I needed to deviate. I needed to deviate. I needed to deviate. I needed.
This is
See
difficult
here
to listen to
how long it takes
because
them to
there is such
spawn.
emotion in this pilot's voice. What was he responding to? Was it the DC-10
doing his
or
job
was it
down there.
something else?
Is it possible
Looks like
Preziosi
it's longer than
collides
13
with the
seconds.
DC-10?
and it wasn't creative.
Haynes drafts in veteran air traffic
What's
controller
going on?
Patrick McCormick to help with the investigation.
You had better not
He's
fucked
held
up.
on to the radar data from the night of the crash.
What I've done here is taken the radar data from Mobile Air Traffic Control Facility. This is a recreation of the tracks of the accident aircraft, which is the red, going east-northeastbound.
Or
The
this
green
could be.
track
Oh,
is
there
the
he is.
track of the DC-10 going
So,
southeastbound.
I don't even got a timer started.
The aircraft are tracked using signals from their onboard radar transmitters, known as transponders.
A couple things I discovered here. First, this aircraft was level at 3,000, the accident aircraft. The DC-10 was level at 4,000.
I just started it, so
altitude-wise,
I
they were
don't know
never
what
gonna
was
hit.
that.
That was the legal
10
separation.
seconds?
Not only that, the closest their path
10 to
ever comes
15
to
seconds
crossing
passed.
is a mile from the crash site. Their paths never cross. So I find it hard to believe
Yeah, it's
that
definitely
the
longer than
DC-10
13
was the
seconds.
traffic that this pilot was trying to avoid.
When the DC-10 is checked, it shows no sign of any damage. Radar data also indicates there are no other aircraft in the vicinity that night. So what does he hit? Could an unidentified compound found on the wreckage be a clue to what really happened?
So absolutely none of these samples were positively identified.
That's correct.
Get ready
Going
for
on a
wild
minute now,
ride.
just on what I started.
There's a new bot on the block.
Oh yeah, a lot of sparks flying. This is unbelievable.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yep, there's a minute.
We need some fire, fire, fire.
So,
To the party, flame.
an average a minute. One every minute.
Nasty night out, Kenny.
I'll say that.
All new battle bots coming
An
up
average
next on
one
Discovery
every
and
minute
Discovery Go.
in survival mode.
Wandering through secret hills
It's
and
quicker
telling stories
in
from
the
around
other
the globe.
mode.
From lazing out on peaceful docks to
I
raging
mean,
to
I swear it's
abandoned
almost
rocks.
13
You never
seconds.
know just where in life Corona cans might take you now.
Where have I done
Food
something
truck
wrong?
Food on city nights with neon burning bright, digging for Corona cans in coolers full of ice, never-ending summer nights with cold cans of Corona Light. You never know just where in life Corona cans might take you now.
Well, either way, it'll work for now.
With Advil, you'll ask, what sore muscles? What pounding head? Advil is relief that's
I
fast,
need hoppers.
strength that lasts. You'll ask,
What pain?
with Advil.
Damn, they love attacking from over here.
By rotating at a perfect 23.5-degree angle. Now that's a
You
pretty
go,
cool
my
reason
man.
to
You
celebrate.
go.
Brought to you by DQ.
Yeah.
A double header calls for the DQ cheeseburger lovers deal. It gets me 2 cheeseburgers for only $4, or 2 doubles with cheese for just $5. Nice double play.
How much arm we got?
DQ, happy tastes good.
Yeah, I'll make a gate out iron here. Huh?
Wow, that's an aggressive yellow.
Pretty great, huh?
If you're a banana.
I find it very appealing.
Kellogg's Raisin
He's
Bran
still
with
in there.
bananas.
That's
2
good.
scoops meet real banana slices.
Done a good job raising ya.
Okay, how do you make the fence?
Multi-Pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra. During GMC's Truck Month, get 0% financing on most
Like
GMC
that.
Sierra and Canyon models, or get over $9,500 total
let's
value
use
on this
this.
next generation Sierra SLT.
Close this
when
area
you
off
finance
right
through
now.
GM Financial. GMC Truck Month like a pro.
Oh shit. I'll figure it out.
When you rest on a Lisa hybrid mattress, bedtime is no longer simply the time you go to sleep. It's time to switch off and catch up.
Yeah,
Enjoy
that's
me
about
time
right there.
and we time. 40 winks or 8 hours solid. The Lisa hybrid mattress combines 2 technologies to give you deeper rest and rejuvenation. 1,000 pocket springs provide edge-to-edge support, responsiveness, and comfort, while premium foams relieve pressure, keep you comfortably cool, and limit motion transfer. Lisa's hybrid mattress is not only recommended by experts choose to sleep on it too. Try it yourself in any West Elm store. Or order online and we'll ship it to your door so you can try it risk-free. The Lisa Hybrid is American-made, built to last. And because everyone needs a place to rest, we donate tens of thousands of mattresses to those in need. Live healthier, live happier by resting deeper. Right now, you can get 10% off plus 2 free pillows. Go to lisa.com today.
I feel like we're finally closing in on something real.
Get out of there now!
Legends of the Deep, Curse of the Sea Monster. All new Sunday at 9 on Science and Sci-Go.
A fatal plane crash in the Alabama swamp in 2002 is a mystery that remains unsolved. Tom Preziosi, a veteran pilot on a routine flight, makes a desperate last call. What causes his plane to drop out of the sky? Investigator Richard Haynes rules out a collision with a DC-10. Whatever Preziosi hits does not appear on radar. So what is it? Captain Ed Odom was an Alabama state trooper and DEA investigator for 20 years. He has his own theory.
The aircraft that crashed took off from Brooklyn Downtown Airport, which is directly across the bay here in Mobile. The line coming out is the line the aircraft took. It was headed northeast and went for approximately a mile and crashed into Big Bateau Lake. This other line is the 88-degree line, which runs from pole to pole up through Mobile Bay and crosses the flight path at the same interchange behind us here. The significance of that, to me, is that in all of the years that I worked air smuggling and narcotics, numerous pilots and groups would tell you that they navigated from South America up the 88 line into the United States.
Preziosi's flight path directly crosses the route used regularly by drug traffickers.
It was logical to me, and still is, that a low-flying smuggler who's not going to have any lights on, he's going to be under the radar, is coming up through here and hits that aircraft.
So does a low-flying drug smuggler bring down Preziosi's plane? Sam Houston is head of the local DEA office at the time.
Within a day or two, I received a call concerning the air crash, but we did not find any evidence or receive any information from informant sources, not only DEA, but with local sources as well, of any type of illegal activity going on in the area involving aircraft.
No federal or state law enforcement agency has any record of drug smuggling activity in the Mobile area on the night of the crash.
Dude. What are you talking about? He's blocked in
no
right
wreckage
there.
from any other aircraft is found. It seems Preziosi doesn't hit a plane, whether legal or illegal. So is there another type of aircraft flying that night? Undetected by radar, Haynes discovers a further possibility.
Our U.S. military operates 3 bases along the Gulf Coast in this vicinity. And at least one of them operated unmanned vehicles, let's call them drones, back in 2002.
Where'd he go?
In 2002, Tyndall U.S. Air Force Base is flying drones in a restricted area just 150 miles east of the crash site.
A drone system called a QF-4, which is basically a modified Phantom jet, was used in combat training as well as a target drone. Now that leaves the question then in my mind, could this have possibly strayed off of course for some reason and caused this accident?
Drones can malfunction.
What I need is a
in
sticky
2013,
piston
2 QF-4s from Tyndall crashed within
down
months
here.
of each other, one near a Florida highway.
I think, like right in there.
But following an investigation, an official spokesman at Tyndall denies that drones have any connection with Preziosi's death.
The United States Air Force had no drones in the air at the time that this incident occurred near Mobile, Alabama.
Tom Preziosi hits an object in midair. Haynes has ruled out all the likely culprits. But when he joins the original crash investigator, Butch Wilson, to examine the wreckage, Haynes makes a discovery that could be key to solving the mystery. The fragments are covered in bizarre red marks.
This is a nose wheel tire rim. The tire's missing. This is cracked, and you can see red paint transfer through here. This is a piece of airplane structure inside the airplane, and you can see red paint transfer there. This is a piece of what looks like a wing, and you can see paint transfer.
Nope.
Right there.
To learn more, Haynes recreates their position on a similar Cessna.
Really?
Is that something came in from the left side,
That
took out
sucks.
the prop, hit the nose wheel trunnion, leaving paint transfer, came on through, damaged the cowlings, split the engine in half, continued on through, entered into the cockpit, left paint transfer on the yoke, came through here, left paint transfer down there, left paint transfer here in a dent. Then it came through behind the pilot's seat, went through the pilot's seat, and then right through the door frame, through the other side. Went right behind the pilot's seat.
The marks indicate the collision is so violent, the engine is sheared in half. So what could have made them?
Were any tests done on these red marks to identify what they were?
The safety board sent the parts off to a laboratory, independent laboratory.
Scientists conduct chemical tests on 34 red marks. The results are a revelation.
Of the 34 samples, they were able to partially identify 20 of them. 14 of the samples they did not identify at all.
So would I be justified in saying that absolutely none of these samples were positively identified?
That's correct.
Whatever hits Preziosi's plane is covered with a mysterious red compound that the NTSB, the world's leading air accident authority, fails to identify. Butch Wilson and his team are in no doubt about the cause of the crash.
What I concluded on this investigation was that the aircraft collided in flight with an unknown object at 3,000 feet and descended uncontrolled into swampy water in the Bayou Bay at Spanish Fort, Alabama.
Butch Wilson submits his final report. It's the first time the NTSB has ever blamed a crash on a collision with a UFO. 3 weeks later, Butch is sidelined from the investigation. And when the NTSB issues a second report, he's astonished to find they now blame pilot error.
The new report stated that the flight encountered an uncontrolled descent at 2,700 feet mean sea level and crashed into Big Bayou Bay, Spanish Fort, Alabama, shortly after takeoff from Mobile downtown airport. Big difference between what they say and what I say.
The reference to an unknown object has been removed.
They rewrote the whole damn report. That's the first time in my knowledge, and I was there for 27 years, it's the first time in my knowledge that they've ever done that.
So what is the NTSB trying to hide? Leslie Kane is a respected investigative journalist. She co-founded the Coalition for Freedom of Information, a campaign group for greater government openness.
I think it's outrageous that they took the phrase out of the report and then issued a second one, and that they blamed the pilot. We have to stop denying the reality of something that does exist. I started off with this as a skeptical journalist, but after looking into it for many, many years, I really changed my position, which is I've realized that there is a serious issue here. The UFOs are real. We don't know what they are. We don't know what they're going to do next and why they're here. And the problem is that they create safety problems.
So why does the NTSB remove the reference to a collision with an unknown object? Just months before, there's another strange sighting in the sky near Mobile.
For now.
The object was a spherical-shaped object that basically hovered in the sky, that then shot off at a very fast clip. We did all we could to try to analyze that and look at it, try to figure out some rational explanation, and we couldn't do it, and it turned out to be an unknown.
So is the government hiding the truth that Tom Preziosi collides with a UFO? And if so, are they prepared to cover up evidence of a far bigger encounter?
Okay, is this still working? I'm hoping.
Technology should be simple. Simple to connect with.
Let's see.
Easy to talk to.
Nothing there. Okay, why is it not working? What have I done? What the fuck have I done?
And a joy to drive. Don't be driven by technology, drive it. all-new BMW
What have I done?
3 Series.
Did I do
Hurry
something?
into Lisa 2019 BMW 330i X-Drive sedan for $429 a month.
Every now and then I get a little bit thirsty for a Dos Equis. Every now and then I get a little bit hungry.
Okay, they're all scared. What's the problem?
Make your summer jams even hotter.
Don't
With
know.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
Does he have to go?
Symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused I have to go.
Epclusa treats all main types of
Maybe when
chronic
it gets
Hep
out a
C.
certain block
Whatever your
radius.
type, ask your doctor if Epclusa is
It works.
your kind of cure.
I had the common type.
Mine was rare.
Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I just found out about my hepatitis C.
I knew for years. Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause
I didn't
serious
see
liver
one stuck
problems
up
during
there.
and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions,
What's
and all
going on?
medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with
Let's put him to
Epclusa may
sleep.
cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side
Right
effects
quick.
include headache and tiredness.
Then wake them back up.
Ask your doctor today if Epclusa
Let's
is
make sure
your
it
kind of
works.
cure.
Introducing the perfect pairing of the finest spirits flavors with rich Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Because your best deserves our best.
Okay, yeah.
The new Haagen-Dazs Spirits
It's
Collection.
working.
I feel like we're finally closing in on something real.
Get out of there now!
Legends of the Deep, Curse of the Sea Monster. All new Sunday at 9 on Science and Sci-Go.
Get ready for a wild ride.
This
Alright, back up.
There's a new bot on the block.
Oh yeah, a lot of sparks flying. This is unbelievable!
There goes the neighborhood.
Oh! We need some fire, fire, fire! Welcome to the party, Flame. Oh! He looks like you after a nasty night out, Jay. Woo! He did it!
All new battle bots coming up next on
Alright,
Discovery and
what's going
Discovery
on?
Go.
This summer, Apollo 11 turns 50. Join Science for a season-long celebration.
Wouldn't that
of
look
the
cool? Have
Apollo
one of these
missions
in every
with all new
corner.
series and specials.
As long as it
Apollo
doesn't
Anniversary
overlap.
Celebration all summer long on Science and Sci-Go.
Something has happened. Either I do need to get rid of him, maybe I
An
squashed
official
him into the
report on a
wrong
plane crash in the Alabama
spawn
swamp
radius.
blames pilot error.
I'm gonna get rid of him.
But all the evidence suggests it's a cover.
I still need the gate either way to help keep
with
out
a
mobs.
UFO.
But I gotta,
The
let's see
fact
here.
that they
There's some
changed their
lava.
report tells me that they're trying to cover something up.
Alright, buddy, I need you.
Investigative journalist
What the
Leslie
fuck was
King
that about?
believes it's not the first time
that little
the government
bastard.
has tried to
I need to
hide the
get you
truth
in a
about UFOs and
5x5
aviation safety.
block.
This is indicative
Go
of the
get 'em.
attitudes within the American government towards dealing with anything anomalous, unexplained, or let alone a UFO. It's denial about the very existence of an important phenomenon that's a threat to aviation safety.
Investigators fear that encounters with UFOs
Okay,
are
he's
becoming
gone.
increasingly common all around the world.
Let's see,
2007,
that does
Romania,
anything.
a jet fighter is struck by two unidentified objects, shattering the cockpit. June 2013, China, a Boeing 747 is forced to make an emergency landing after colliding with an unknown object. July 2013, the UK. A bright metallic object flies dangerously close to an Airbus. Richard Haynes has documented more than 3,000 unidentified
Keep out of
aerial
range of
phenomena
archers.
around the world. The actual number could be much higher.
Our estimate is only 1 out of 10
The only
pilots
other thing I know
who
that I
has a close
changed was
encounter
putting the
and a good
fence up.
sighting reports it.
That
1 out
could
of
be
10.
blocking the spawn.
Some investigators
I mean,
believe
something
the
so simple
authorities are
can block-
actively concealing
fuck things up.
encounters, even in the face of overwhelming evidence. One incident demonstrates a conspiracy of silence that pervades the U.S. government all the way to the
All I'm
top.
gonna do is stand here and wait.
Alaska.
Messed up. mean, it was working.
November 17, 1986.
It was working fine.
A Japan Airlines 747 cargo plane.
Did one of my NPCs get screwed up again?
In the cockpit, Captain Kenju Terauchi is an
If that's the
ex-fighter
case,
pilot with more than
there's
10,000
nothing I can do until
hours
Minecraft
experience.
fixes it.
5:18 p.m. Captain Terauchi spots mysterious objects 1 mile ahead, and they're tracking the 747.
This is a
He contacts
disappointment.
Anchorage Air Traffic Control Center. Anchorage confirmed they've detected an unidentified object, but on radar, it appears behind the plane. The objects move with an agility that defies the laws of physics. They leap miles in just seconds.
They had yellow and white lights, I believe, is what they described air traffic, and they moved rather erratically but very fast.
Alarmed, Anchorage contact the U.S. Air Force
Nothing
Regional
is
Command
spawning.
Center to check if it's one of their aircraft.
Okay, I've got your score. It looks like I'm getting some surge.
Well, that's the only difference I did is put the fence up, besides anything else. I don't see about putting railroad tracks and mess anything up, surely. You know, I mean, give me a break. So fine, I'll take the fence down.
The unknown craft appear to get closer. The crew
Here, I'm going to turn Minecraft up some. Excuse me.
The pilot's scared he's going to have a mid-air collision with an aircraft up there that he sees coming straight at him. Probably one of the greatest fears pilots face.
Suddenly, they appear to stop 500 feet in front of the plane. The crew report feeling their faces burn.
Then they put an intense light inside the cockpit, changed the temperature of the cockpit. They saw exhaust jets as they moved away.
But the encounter isn't over. What the crew witnesses next is beyond their comprehension.
They didn't make this up. Something happened that scared them.
Damn.
When cravings come on strong, be stronger. With new Nicorette coated ice mint, layered with flavor. It's the first and only coated nicotine lozenge for an amazing taste that outlasts your craving. New Nicorette ice mint.
Hang on, I'm trying to get a drink. Okay.
I'm mildly
Yeah, that's
obsessed
the only
with
other
numbers.
thing I've done different.
So I
put
started
this
with
fence
the
up.
stats regarding my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Like how Humira has been prescribed to over 300,000 patients, and how many patients saw clear or almost clear skin in just 4 months. The kind of
So,
clearance that can last.
I took every
Humira targets and
piece
blocks
of
a
it now,
specific
except
source
for
of
these.
inflammation that contributes to symptoms.
There.
Numbers
Take
are
these down
great,
too.
and seeing clear skin,
Okay.
pretty awesome too. That's what
There.
I call a body of proof.
All right, now what's going to happen?
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, as have blood, liver, and
Excuse
nervous
me.
system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Want more proof? Ask your dermatologist about Humira. This
Yeah,
is
it's
my
back to
body
not
of
working like it used to. And I guarantee you the NPC, one of the NPCs in there is done screwed up.
Whatever you do.
Apparently there's just too much commotion going on in there.
Italia.
It's messing with the code. Maybe I need to look inside there, my nursery, see if they spawned any. My nursery's in that big long building there.
X1, the ultimate music destination. Playlists, music collections, and more, all in one place and all controlled by your voice.
But there's nothing else I've done that I can recall.
to research.
Yeah,
TD Ameritrade's got that.
Free access to every platform.
Yeah, that too.
I don't want any trade minimums.
Yeah,
Except for the railroad track.
I want to know what I'm paying up front.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you just say yes to everything?
Well, I say no to kale. Yeah, they say if you blanch it, it's better, but that seems like a lot of work.
No hidden fees, no platform fees, no trade minimums. And yes, it's all at one low price. TD Ameritrade.
Let me go in here first.
We're getting to build a bullet car or Chad McQueen and recreate the chase. San Francisco, here we come.
In our new season of Fast and Loud, premieres Monday, July 8th and 9th on Discovery and Discovery Go. There's a new bot on the block.
Oh yeah, a lot of sparks flying. This is unbelievable.
There goes the neighborhood.
Well, we got one in here that I see.
Bots coming up next.
Look
on
up here.
Discovery and Discovery Go.
Uh-oh. Got one up here.
Thousands of pilots around the world are reporting dangerous encounters with unknown objects. Is the government covering up a threat to aviation safety?
These objects can move at incredible speeds and then stop in midair and just hover.
2 unidentified objects menace a Japan Airlines 747 over Alaska, then mysteriously disappear. But the crew's ordeal isn't over.
Y'all need some food? Y'all need help? Hello?
The pilot reports a gigantic object appears
Oh,
alongside.
this don't stand around long.
The large item the captain described as bigger than a 747 and maybe the size of an aircraft carrier or big. If I were in that situation, I'd get out of there as fast as I could. I'd want to decrease altitude. Aircraft acting in an erratic way at 35,000 feet is not something you want to deal with.
Fearing for the safety of the crew, Anchorage Air Traffic Control suggests evasive action.
Make a right turn.
The 747 makes its turn, but the huge
that makes y'all happy.
appears to follow.
Okay, where is he? Is he following him?
Looks like he is, yes.
It pursues them for 14
I don't see any reason why
until
this out here ain't
mysteriously
working.
the
Besides,
unidentified object
like I said,
disappears.
one of the damn
Japan
NPCs
Air
are screwed up
1620
again.
Understand you do not see the traffic any longer.
And I'm about willing to bet my bum dollar on it.
The encounter over, the plane lands safely at Anchorage. But what did they really see?
Because everything was
Jim Derry
just
is
fine.
former head of the Federal Aviation Administration's Alaska office. He's sent to interview the crew, and he
let's see
doesn't
what we
think
got
they were
going on here.
hallucinating. Now retired, he's prepared
Yep.
to speak out for
Yep.
the first time.
They didn't make this
It's
up.
happened again.
Something happened.
That one is messed up back there. There he is. See? Won't let me click on him. You know what? I'm gonna go get some of that moss stone, that moss, and see if that helps them stop moving.
The captain was extremely definitive with his description.
So that's what's going on. If y'all have that problem
was talking fast.
in the future,
Captain Tarauchi
keep an eye out on that.
including what he
You know, when you
describes
click
as
on them to
the
trade,
mothership, showing its
well,
size
it won't let
relative
me
to his 747.
do it. It just shows
He
the box
suggests
real
it
fast
had
and
complete
disappears.
control of inertia and gravity, and that its technology was unthinkable.
Moss.
This will always remain in my memory because how often do you get to stand on the periphery of an event that's totally unexplained but has some real concrete data as to the fact that there was something out there.
By morning, news of the encounter reaches Washington, where John Callahan is the FAA's division chief for accidents and investigations. When he compiles the data, he creates a comprehensive picture of the
If I'm
encounter,
gonna do it, I'm gonna do the whole
backed
damn
up by
tree.
multiple radar sources.
Yeah,
This is
I'll
the
keep
first
this just in
time
case.
they ever had more than a few moments
Good.
of radar data that the scientists could look at. And it's as if you're standing behind the air traffic controller watching this thing develop. This is the best
Damn, I gotta pee.
UFO recording they've had since the beginning of
But I
time.
want to see this gonna
He
work.
discovers it synchronizes precisely with the accounts given by the crew.
This is the transponder return from Japan
Run.
1628. telling the controller who he is and where he is, and he's on his route of flight.
Maybe I should make that all glass. I don't know. No, that won't look right. I don't know what I'm gonna
Alright, everything's the same, except right here is a unknown target. It is a solid object, it's not weather, but it is following this guy's path. But it comes and goes. It's faster than the 1628, who right now is doing over 500 knots. There's no aircraft that we know of that can make those kind of
Let's see if this helps.
It has to be
I need to get on the other side for that one.
UFO.
They did stop for a moment, right?
Callahan is convinced he has unprecedented scientific evidence of a genuine UFO encounter. He's keen the American public
to the other side.
But instead, he's amazed to find the government shuts him down.
CIA guy says this event never happened. We were never here.
Oh, they go right there. Wanted it right there.
Legends of the Deep, Curse of the Sea Monster. All new Sunday at 9 on Science and Sci-Go.
Try it again.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because...
Won't let me.
That's my job. What? 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 What?
A little bit over there. Can I get over there somehow?
Cut rate car insurance. And for this, I feel like getting robbed twice. Get all steady.
That wall. I don't know.
On to the next job.
See.
The next challenge.
There you go.
The next place.
I don't seem to be helping none. They still running back and forth. Alright, let's just see if I can talk. Nope, can't talk to him. I can't him. I can't him. Oops, sorry.
Everything you need to get on to bigger things.
Now during Ram Trucking, get 20% off MSRP with select all new 2019 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock.
Summertime is grilling time. And Lowe's does summer right with deals on everything you need. So long
I wonder if I take that floor out.
Great summer nights.
Now get Charbroil Grill starting at $109.
Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Down there.
This summer, you could check
Get
out
down
the
there.
to-do list, right
No!
at the hottest new restaurant. Go see the biggest shows at the coolest venues. Or you could take it from summer's favorite beer and just throw that checklist to the breeze and let yourself summer.
It's tough to quit smoking. Cold turkey.
Well, now I gotta bring another one up here. Damn it.
Slow
They're not. Alright, I'm gonna stop recording. I gotta pee and I gotta figure out my fuck up here. I'll be back.
Chantix reduces